something that isn't about grasping or not grasping, together with everything. The form and formless are assumed ups. Things are assumed ups. It isn't about assume up or not assume up. It isn't about made up or not made up. The reminders that dissolve the reminders themselves. To dissolve both yourself and the samsara, benefit both yourself and the samsara simultaneously. Otherwise, your fixation, your obsessions with self, with body, mind, and things will always come back. The habit of samsara will dominate, not relate to the non-relating itself with everything all the time. If you don't do it all the time, you leave a gap that the samsara will arise. Always go back to fixate on knowing, seeing. That is samsara. You cannot use the samsara to bless samsara. You cannot use the samsara to end for the samsara. Something that isn't about might or not might all the time. Something that is not related to the non-relating itself all the time. Be in the middle, like there is nothing in the middle. In the middle of body, mind, and all things, without identifying, from not relate to the non-relating itself all the time. Something that isn't about mine or not mine all the time. That is to be in the middle of things, in a way that not identifying, not taking even the middle part, be in the middle of things without having self take on a middle part. The middle part, if you take on the middle part, you still have self taking on that. But if you be in the middle of things in a way of not relate, even to the non-relating itself, there is no self. That is to empty out and extinguish for the samsara in the middle of it. It's not the middle part. Everything is from not relate to the non-relating itself all the time. From might, the might itself all the time. It's not related to might or not might all the time. Everything step back from stepping back. Everything step back from the stepping back. Step back from body, mind, and things. Step back from the stepping back, together with everything simultaneously. That is to dissolve any sustaining, any aiming forward, going forward, together with everything simultaneously. It's not anything about oneself or others, but to dissolve all matters, dissolve the delusion of self, and dissolve the delusions of others, of the samsara. It's not about one's self or the samsara, but together, step back from everything. That is from not grasping the non-grasping itself, not attached to the non-attachment itself. any sentence that you feel like doing, using, use it constantly, master it. It's not about aiming forward or shooting forward. Your eyes, ears, senses are already connected to all things. You don't need to put any more attention or expectation or any determination on top of it. From not grasping the non-grasping itself, it isn't about grasping or not grasping together with everything simultaneously. Step back from body, mind, and things. Step back from body, mind, and from stepping back itself. It isn't about step back or not step back. It isn't about grasping or not grasping. That is to extinguish and empty out. For the samsara, it will happen automatically, simultaneously. It's not about fixate on any conditioned state. That is all karma. That is samsara. That's why I'm telling you everything is not related to the non-relating itself. That is to dissolve and release yourself from any karma. If you do it together with everything simultaneously, it will be released simultaneously for you and the samsara. Use the reminders that dissolve the reminders. Every time you use the reminder, recall the sentence. It's like an ambassador. Arising for the samsara, arising that dissolve that arising itself. I'm not giving you all the sentences for you to hold on or to grasp on. Every sentence is not for grasping. It's not for grasping. Every sentence dissolves itself. It is only an ambassador. It's an ambassador to extinguish for, to end for the samsara. It isn't for grasping. All sentences dissolve themselves, clear themselves. That's why they are not for grasping, not for holding on to. So it isn't for grasping, not any one of them. Like in the Tipitaka, the Buddhist scripture, none of the sentence in the Tipitaka is for holding on, it's for grasping. The reminders are not for holding, it's not for grasping. They are the reminders that dissolve themselves. So none of them, neither one of them is for grasping. No need to talk about the whole scripture. It isn't for grasping, not even one sentence. The whole 84,000 chapters in the Buddhist scripture is not for grasping. If you hold on to any one of them, that is a delusion. It's only for listening. You listened and you end accordingly. It is not for holding on. If you're holding on to any of that, any sentence at all, it becomes a samsara. From Dhamma, it becomes karma, if you grasp on it. something that isn't related even to the non-relating itself. It isn't about grasping. It isn't about not related to anything. It's not related to the non-relating itself. It isn't about not related to things. Enlightened. Be careful. Everything is from abstaining itself. It is abstaining even from abstaining itself, so it isn't about abstaining from anything. If you abstain from anything, that is a samsara of abstaining. The abstain dissolve the abstaining itself. It isn't about abstaining from anything. If you're still abstaining from things, that is a samsara of abstaining. It isn't about abstain or not abstain from anything. Enlightened and unenlightened for the samsara. Be careful. Everything isn't about abstain or not abstain. It won't be a samsara. It won't be a samsara of neither noble ones nor non-noble ones. It isn't about abstain or not abstain. Still being deluded in abstaining. That is noble ones. Being deluded in not abstaining. That is human beings. Both are samsara. Both are delusions. Don't be stuck in the samsara. It isn't about abstain or not abstain. It is neither noble ones nor human beings. Enlightened and unenlightened for the samsara. Listen to something that ends. Don't take it on and being smart or stupid about it. Don't add anything on it. Listen to something that ends, and accordingly, don't grasp on even that one sentence. If you grasp on anything, it wouldn't end. It becomes a samsara of grasping. Listen to it, and don't be deluded in trying to be smart or stupid about it. Don't try to cut it or add it. Not in any way. Because it would become not ending.